Hey there everybody, in today's tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a text system on Scratch. So, what exactly is a text system? Well, in simple terms, a text system is pretty much a way to display text on the screen, pretty much with variables, only without actually showing the variable. So in other terms, we will use a sprite to actually display an actual font in place of the variable. So let's just get started real quick. So I'm going to create a variable real quick and I will call it score. Now the score variable is only an example that I'm going to be using. Here's what I'm going to do. When flag is clicked, forever, and I'm going to wait 3 seconds and increase score by 1. This is so that the score will be changing. That way we can see the difference it has on our sprite. Awesome. Now, let's go ahead and create a new sprite, and let's call it score number 1. Now here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to create text, alright? And the first sprite should be 1. The number should be 1 that is in the first sprite. Go ahead and center it, and now do the same. Costume number 2 should be 2. Costume number 3 should be 3. Oh, that's a 2. Now keep on doing the same all the way until 10. Keep in mind that costume number 10 should be 0. Alright, so this is what your sprite should look like in all their costumes. Again, number 10 should be 0 just for the sake of this, and we will learn why here in a minute. So I'm actually going to go up here into my backdrop and create a text that says score. This will let us know where we need to put our score. You don't have to do this, but it would be easier so that people can recognize where the score is and you know, just try to figure that out. Okay, so now to the coding. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to do when flag is clicked, forever, and now let's set costume to go to operators. And now we will do letter 1 of, and then score. So, go ahead and watch. Okay, nothing's happening. That's because I clicked that. Go ahead and press the green flag and let's see what happens. 1. Actually, what I will do is just set, I'm going to wait 1 second instead. I don't want to wait 3 seconds. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if you think you're done, not so fast. Alright? Now what we are going to do is duplicate this, and it will now be called score number 2. And we will set it to letter 2 of score. Now, it's not as simple as this. There isn't always a letter 2 of score, because the letters it's actually taking is the number, or the score. So, it's just going to not know what to do whenever there's actually not a second letter. So here's what we will do. We will go here and do if, and then less than, and then we will put our score variable there. So we will do if score variable is less than 9. And actually, let's go ahead and do an if then an else. Score variable is less than 9. We will hide. And else, we will show and put this here. So, now it will be hidden until it's at least 10. So let's see what happens. Okay, so that didn't look right. So maybe if I put it in here, that way it will always be doing this. Okay, So it's working now, but that's not really, super good. So let's go ahead and set our default costume to 0. And we'll actually do this. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so what's happening right now, apparently, is that our score is actually showing once it's, you know. So maybe if I do 10, let's try 10. Alright, any second now. There we go. Alright, so we'll do if score is less than 10. We will hide it and switch to that costume, else we will show. Now, it's not always that common that everything is going to stay less than 100. So what if we want it to go over 100? We'll duplicate it to score number 3. Now what you can do is place that there, and you will do if it is less than 100, and then we will set this to letter 3. And so actually what I just did in here was I changed this score by 25. So from now on, this will happen. 25, 75, 100, 150, 175, 200. Now, what if the score goes over 1,000? It's pretty much the same thing, the same concept. Just go over here and do if scores less than 1,000. And then set it to letter 4 of score. And now, if we change the score by 250, 750, 1,000. And so really, I don't really need to teach you what to do if it goes anywhere over thousands, because it's the same concept. You can do this for the score and the high score. Just create a separate variable for high score and actually call your high score 1 high score 1, and then make sure that it's setting to letter whatever of your high score, and also make sure you change this here to set to high score. So that is how you create a simple text system, and you can do this with all kinds of variables and stuff like that. So it's actually really helpful in your games. Now, same concept if you wanted to do letters, only difference is you would pretty much have to have the whole alphabet, and so I'm not going to really get into that. But, alright guys, thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, just let me know, and yeah. If you have anything else you need help with, also just let me know, and I will get to it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.